Hi there, I'm Becky Hammond and welcome to Isogo TV. During this season, we are using StrengthsFinder to fuel the marriage connection that you crave, the parenting grace that you need, and the work energy that flows from a happy home. You are joining us for episode 53, and this is the last in our series of 8 about balance. How do we achieve the balance, the rhythm that we're looking for in life through a lens of strength, in a way that makes sense to us and the way that we're naturally wired? Throughout this series, we have been referencing the free PDF download, your balance checklist and tips. So be sure that if you haven't already gotten that you go over to isogostrong.com/ITV balance and check that out. In the meantime, let's dive into our very last episode in this series about balance, episode 53. This week, as I met with my team and we reviewed Isogo's values, I kind of had to stop and smile when I was reminded of our 9th value, to enjoy the rhythm of work and life. This rhythm and balance concept is it's as much a part of my core and my fabric as almost anything else. For me, the ideal rhythm is all about the opportunity to savor the life we've been given and not miss the moments. So today we close our series together about creating balance and what that ideal rhythm is for you. The final element in our series about balance is all about taking time to assess. It's about looking back on the thoughtfulness that we've put into our rhythm and the change that we have made to see if there's been any impact on the actual living out of our daily rhythms in our lives. And I know that this episode comes right on the heels of last week, episode 52, when we talked about the one change that we were going to commit to making. So likely it will take more time to realize the long-term impact of your change. And that's okay, because in the meantime, we can talk about how you can really assess, what's some strategies to assess how the work that you've done up until this point has really impacted and affected what your daily rhythm looks like. And if you have high natural talent as a StrengthsFinder developer, then you'll be especially good at this, because the assessment of our progress and the change that we've made is all about the incremental little changes. Nothing will change dramatically overnight, though it might be dramatic in the end. But with consistent commitment to the new mentality that you've created, a change in the peace that you feel and the balance that you crave, it will come. You will get there. So I'm sharing a little pattern of assessment that you can try that includes some honest questions to ask yourself. And we're going to use the acronym R.E.S.T to help us get there. So to assess how well your new rhythm is coming along, let's rest. Sounds good, doesn't it? We're going to reflect on the rhythm, estimate the impact, shift strategies, and try again. So R, reflect on the rhythm. As you start assessing, take an intentional break to pause and to step back from your daily whirlwind, to reflect on your rhythm. And think through the daily ins and outs of your work and your life. What's it feel like right now? Think about the times that you felt stressed over the last couple weeks, and the times that you felt particularly peaceful or energized since you made that change. Think about how others around you have reacted. Have they noticed? Get a good bird's eye glance at your current balance. And next, estimate impact. So R is reflect on the rhythm, and E is estimate the impact. So when you stop and you think about this rhythm, what do you notice? Has it changed at all? Do you feel any better sense of peace or ability to be present where and when you want to? That's all about estimating the impact. Can you see yourself moving towards that ideal vision that you set as a part of episode 47? Get a clear sense as to what you sense has been good for your rhythm and what still has room for improvement. Then it's time to shift your strategy. So R is reflect on the rhythm, E is estimate the impact, S is shift your strategy. If you see that you're not moving forward towards your ideal rhythm, or there's something else that you need that could be better, you gotta make a shift. Just like in episode 52, where we talked about making that one change, that one small change. This is not the time to decide to take it all on, but rather just make one small adjustment. See if that makes a difference. And then if, on the other hand, when you were estimating the impact, you found that things are actually going well with the change that you made, first of all, you celebrate that because that's great. But then in this step, your shift in strategy might look more like making another small change to move closer to that ideal vision of balance and rhythm. And then finally, our last step is try again. So R is reflect on the rhythm, E is estimate the impact, S is shift your strategy, and T is try again. Whether you found that not much changed in the frenzy you feel and you're making a different tweak to your priorities and choices, that's the shift that you're making, or you found that you're making progress and you're going to take a stab at an additional shift, additional change. The purpose of our assessment is about continuing to move forward, to trying again and continuing to make the commitment to create the rhythm that you crave and that you need, getting closer to that ideal rhythm with every assessment and every day. So as you assess your rhythm, you get to rest, reflect on the rhythm, estimate the impact, shift your strategy, and try again. Assessment of how things are after you've made the change is just as crucial to the process as are the rest of the elements that we've talked through in this balance series and the physical changes that you've actually made. So don't skip it or overlook the importance of this assessment. And it struck me that just like the last step in our 9 steps to life change through your strengths, which is a blog post and a course that's out, the most important thing is that you keep going, that you put this process on repeat, and you keep moving towards your most satisfying and life-giving life rhythm. If you haven't been following along on the balance checklist and tips free PDF download, now would be a good time to make sure you go out and grab that. You can use it to walk back through all the elements that we've talked about in this series about gaining balance and rhythm in your family, work, and life. And it can be found over at isogostrong.com/ITV balance. So this week, find time to rest, to assess the incremental progress that you've made on your journey towards creating the balance and the life-giving rhythm that you need. Thanks for taking the time and choosing to connect here at Isogo TV as we have been talking about balance and how we use our strengths to get to that balance, that rhythm in our own lives that's healthy for us in a way that makes sense to our strengths. So I would love to ask you a favor to help get this word about strengths and about how we use our talents in our everyday work and our everyday lives out to other people as well. There's a couple different ways that you can do that. One is just by sharing something that was meaningful to you on Facebook. The other is by rating and reviewing over at iTunes. This rate and review tells iTunes that other people care about this and think that this is a good thing to be thinking about as we aim to fuel the marriage connections that we crave, the parenting grace that we need, and work energy that flows from a happy home. And in the meantime, I would love to hear from you over at our Facebook group, and I know others in the community would love to hear from you as well. Or you can reach us over at our Instagram account. There's a lot of fun things going on over there at Isogo Strong. So we have a really great series coming up next. Can't wait to see you there on the next episode of Isogo TV.